wanted to talk about exactly what you said, right? You said, yes, I want it. But if you don't want it, let's say someone says, I want to think about it, I cannot afford it, or I want to talk to my wife. So how we are answering those questions?
What do you need to think about? What do you need to ask your wife?
I need to ask my wife because my wife is dealing with all of my my money.
Okay, it's a time-sensitive matter. Please, get back to me as soon as.
Okay, then I will talk to you. I will call you.
Is your wife
or
around?
I'll get you back tomorrow. What time you're good to talk?
One thing that you should know about this kind of policies: if you don't sell it that day, it's hard to sell tomorrow. So you should not let. You are laughing. You will see. It's going
to your wife
So that's the reason we talk about. We want you to go to the actual practice. The practice we said is, we call it OGMAC. Open a prospect mind first. How we are opening prospect mind?
Asking a question. Tell me the difference between our insurance and the other.
Agreeing with them. So whatever the person says, you agree with them. For example, I want to talk to my wife. Oh, absolutely fantastic. If I were you, I would think I will talk to my wife, right? However, then we give a logical explanation. What kind of explanation can you give that I don't go to my wife?
Your wife is a bad person.
Don't you think your wife would be happy with what we have to offer?
No, that's a very good thing, but logically is that, first of all, accident can happen at any time, even before you even before you reach to your wife. Is that correct? Can it be happening, right? And the second thing is that if seriously you could get out of here and something happens to you, don't you think that your wife is going to be very happy that you purchased the policy and you have extra money coming in?
But what if they
Do you agree with me? Do you see what I mean?
No, but what if they say nothing happens to me, happened to me in the past 2 years?
Can you get?
Anything gonna happen?
I agree. I totally agree. I don't think that anything can happen to you from here to go home. But can you tell really?
No.
No.
Yeah.
If you had a crystal ball here showing that you get out of here and on the street something gonna happen to you, you would have bought it right now. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
I do.
May I write it for you then?
Sure.
You see do you see any rejection? I'm not fighting with you. I'm not negotiating with you. I hold your hand and grab you to there, right? So that's what our job is. Your job starts when the customer says no. From the first till whatever I said, from first till the end, a 2 years kid could do, right? Not 2 years, maybe 10. Right? Because it's just, you are just going to the qualification questions and then you are reading the presentation according to whatever he picked. And then now we are, and at the price, you give them 3 prices, for sure 3 prices. And then you say between these 3 prices, which one do you pick? And you just sit back.
So they have to have at least 3 policies for you to give them 3 prices?
No. You give the 3 prices for the same policy. Right now, I get plan A, 2, and 3. Because if I just give 1, then I kill myself because the person may wanted to purchase bigger.
Yeah.
And you just gave them like $120 and they say, $120, what that can do for me, right? So you give them 3 prices because you want to make sure that you cover everything. But you say, usually our customers purchase the bigger one, right? But you have to know the concepts that we were talking about. So having said that, I want to open that and we want to just go through it because this is where your job starts there. And if in that position you just say, what do you want to talk to your wife about? You put the person on a defensive mode, right? You put me in a defensive mode because this is what I do all the time, right? You just put them in that defensive mode. But when you agree with me, you are just coming and sitting beside me. Yeah, right now we are in the same boat. I would do the same.
So,
I don't want you to purchase anything that you cannot afford.
yeah.
I don't want you to get something before you talk to your wife. I don't want you to buy something that you don't even feel you need. I am with you on that. Now let's logically looking at it. Do you think that whoever is in the hospital, they thought that they would be there?
No.
Do you agree with me? Do you think that they thought about it before they go there?
No.
So, do you agree with me? When I say do you agree with me, please say yes, okay? Just as a as a courtesy to the question.
Sure.
So if something like that happened to you, don't you think that $9,000, do you agree with me that $9,000 per month can help you with those kind of situations?
Yeah.
Do you think like $2 for a coffee a day can change your standard of living for any reason, any shape or form?
No.
Your standard of living is not going to be changed with like $2 a day or even, I don't know, $5 a day, right?
Right.
And extra money can help you, right?
Yeah.
Always.
You see what I mean?
I do.
Okay, may I write it for you then?
Sure.
Who do you want to pick as your beneficiary?
My son,
What is your son's name?
James.
Done. You see,
Okay.
you see the process is a process. It's not like your job starts at the time. It means that it is almost impossible that in front of the customer says yes. Almost impossible. You will see it 1 or 12. In the time that I was selling every day, it was just like 1, 2, or 3 times. But I have diamond, second degree diamond. It means that I sold a lot of policies. Just 3 times that happened, right? The rest, they all say no. And your job starts there. My job is to hold his hand, and even on one of them, I even told them that, please do me a favor. Okay, you don't want it to buy, it's okay. First of all, my job is put pressure on you to buy it. That's my job. I have to, this kind of things, I have to do it. Why? Because I know, according to these stats, it will happen, right? So having said that, my job is to do that. However, if by any chance you don't want it, please do me a favor. Don't come back to me the day after and say, Parisa, why didn't you put pressure on me to purchase it? Agreed?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not agree. Don't agree with me because you
don't
see
want
what I
to.
mean?
I won't.
Yeah.
And that's what happens most of the time. People, they come back to us and say, hey, right now we had actually, one of the lady was just showing me that someone had, like the person burned all their bodies, and now it was just in the morning she was there and wanted for the person to purchase, right?
No.
So you never can tell. If it was something that you could tell, you would not need me to be here, right?